What's up guys, this is Void of Dust Gaming, your channel for fresh Arena Valor content. As I have promised in one of my earlier videos, it is time to check out some of the older mages that I haven't played in months. Namely, we've got Azzen'Ka in there, we've got Illumia in there, eventually Maganga, but these are the ones that I need to play, like these old champions. And we are starting off with Azzen'Ka, who hasn't been played on this channel for about 9 months or something like that. So, yeah, here we go. I need to decline some stuff right now. Here we go with the build first, I'd say. It's basically some standard stuff that you're gonna see a lot. We've got something for crowd control in here. We've got something against damage coming from melee sources or other attack damage based sources. We've got the Tome of the Reaper, which is pretty much a staple item with the diadem, and I have taken the classic Staff of Null to get some armor pierce. Arcana wise, there haven't been any crazy things. I'm going with my regular mage damage build that is consisting out of 10 times Violate level 3, we've got 10 times Devour in there, and we've got 10 times Hex in there, and that's giving us a nice ability power, magic pierce, magic lifesteal, and cooldown speed mix. Speaking about new things, I have tried the League of Humans Alchemy Core enchantment for the first time with him. I think it's the first mage that I've played this stuff, so I don't really know too much about it play-wise. Like, of course I can read what it does, but I haven't got any kind of verdict on it right now if it makes things so much better or worse. I've seen that a lot of players are playing it actually right now, but this is the first time I'm playing it on a mage. I've played it on Morin lately. Unfortunately, I deleted that Morin video, which is a pain in the ass because now I need to do it again. But the game went really well and I had alchemy in there, so it might just be the case that this is going to boost some heroes who have been late game heroes from the beginning of their existence, and that might help Azzen'Ka here as well. But we gotta see, you gotta see for yourself, because there is actual gameplay coming right after this intro. So with the enchantment in the League of Humans, of course what we're doing is we're going with enhanced restore and the minion kill, which helps him a lot because his attack damage isn't really that great on his auto attacks. And then we're using mana refill because that's just really good on him and any other hero who spams abilities a lot. And then we're going with Holy Verdict for some needed magic pierce. That's the build. Let's check out how good or bad he is right now. And if you guys want to play with me, try not to do it around 11 o'clock in the night, because that is the time when I'm about to record. So I hope you guys enjoy today's gameplay. Let's get started. Alright guys, here we go, starting off with the flashy boots. I wanted to have cooldown reduction at first before I am going to take anything else. So as you can see, we've got a pretty decent lineup. We've got Florentino, we've got Mina, we've got Hayate, and we've got Pain. So pretty above average characters. And we are going against Dirac in the mid lane, and that is actually a matchup I kinda preferred, because yes, he does sport some crazy damage, especially in ult state, and he got the barrier to prevent him from incoming damage. But I have played against Maganga recently with Illumia, and that was no fun at all. It was really painful. So we're starting off with a little gank in here, and I think that Mina just made a huge mistake by overextending that much. That was crazy. I was really asking myself what was her game plan. This game was played around 1 o'clock in the night, so my concentration, my focus isn't the best at this time. I've played about an hour of World of Tanks before, so there might be some questionable situations in this video. We will see if that is actually the case or not. Because I hardly remember what happened late at night. I think I played this game. I was happy that it worked. It went well, and then afterwards I went straight into the bathroom, brushed my teeth, and then I went to bed. That was my late night stuff. I think it was even later than 1 o'clock. So let's see. It's like a reaction video because I can't remember what I did here. So okay, unfortunately Kilgrove killed our thingy here, and yeah, well, I try to kind of like just use my ability to knock him up and try to get away, but it did not happen. And again, Mina is really pushing it to the limit, and she gets the reward for it. She's killed. I think she overextended way too much again in this scene, and now we are sitting on a 1 versus 4 after not even 3 minutes in the game. So start could have been a lot better. Now I'm getting some damage on the Murad, which is always really helpful and always welcome. And as you can see, our team has a hard time fighting against Violet and Grug. The combination Maya and what's his name? The combination Maya and Hayate. And Hayate scores the first 2 kills here. Really nice double kill. I do get a kill for my pushing here as well. I think that was played actually quite good, and I think the 2 kills for 1 death is completely reasonable from Hayate. And it's really surprising how quickly things can change. I mean, about 1 minute ago we were sitting on a 1 versus 4, and now we are sitting on a 6-5 in about an instance. Like, it took us about a minute to completely change the score, but that's what you get when you completely wipe one of the sides or one of the lanes, which we did when we were fighting against Violet and the other people. I don't know why my smartphone is sometimes getting so laggy. I mean, the start of the video went quite good. I hope you guys can deal with that and that it's fine. I don't know what D-Rock does there. He's kind of floating around, and really pain just flies in. It's like, hello, I'm here, I'm doing stuff, and unfortunately we do not get damage on the Murad, like the damage that we needed. We've got a Violet that we need to play against. She shoots us for damage, and she just gets us, and unfortunately we are dead. I think the evade tactics was not too shabby, but unfortunately we don't have anything that we can use for our rescue but our S1, and it's just not enough. It's just not enough in this case. It's not helpful. As I said, unfortunately, I decided to go with Frosty's Revenge first because I wanted to get this slow effect, and that would just, in my mind yesterday night, it made completely sense because I felt like, okay, I need to hit the spells more consistently. So what I need to do, obviously, is to slow the enemies, because then I will have more time doing so. That was the plan. And as you can see, I'm actually dealing damage. Like, that wasn't the case with Azzen'Ka quite a while ago. But it was actually the case. Oh my goodness, guys. It was actually the case that we dealt a good amount of damage to this Murad. So as you can see, I'm ganking a lot, but that is because Violet is just having so much fun against my spells. I mean, she's got 1 dodge roll, and that's basically it. So that's actually quite nice. And I think because Grug has hooked me, it was the perfect window for our Pain to fly in and just kill him. Otherwise, I'm not entirely sure if that would have been the good point. Because then we've got Murad in the game and we've got Violet in the game, I think I went with the Agony first. And as you can see, we are just having a good time with our friend Kilgrove. I try to use one of my spells to basically just cut off the way. It worked perfectly, and then we went to get a 2 to 6. Completely fine with that. I mean, Azzen'Ka is not one of the best mages. Unfortunately, he has been one of the worst mages in the last months. I just wanted to find out if he has become a little bit better with the introduction of alchemy, with the stuff that he got from buffs and nerfs on the items, because of course, if a hero is buffed, that's just a really narrow perspective. What you have to take into account is obviously how the meta has changed, how the items have been changed, and all sorts of things like that into consideration to determine how good a hero is at the moment, because most of the tier lists are of course tweaked around Conqueror or Master Play, and therefore they don't really have that much use, because at the lower levels it kind of depends more on the player, where it might just tend towards the hero more often if it is in higher ranks. Like, I've seen some master games that you guys have sent me for the Eure gameplays, mine review things, but I have to admit it doesn't look that much different. It's still, I mean, if a game or your team sucks, it still sucks. You can't do anything against it. And that might just be the case on Conqueror as well, because you might have a bad day on Conquerors. So I went with Tome of the Reaper. I think it's the perfect timing for that, because we are playing against Kilgroth. He's a machine that gets life back if he starts to kill things. So I wanted to prevent him from doing so. And sometimes you do have builds where Murad is building the beast. And yeah, I just wanted to prevent this kind of shit, because why would they use this? Why would they get life back? There is no reason for that. So of course, Tome of the Reaper is the best item to prevent them from getting damage, from getting some heal effects. Nice knock up here, I guess. Unfortunately, we're not able to connect and get the kill. But I think he just sacrificed himself here for no reason. And I was killed while Hayate was standing there. Now Mina is killed, and the only person who can do something against Kilgroth is Pain, and he just does it. It's crazy how much damage this guy gets, and I think the execution of that little short dash was perfect, because he just needed to get himself a little bit further away from Murad. But if he would have stayed too long there, of course Murad would have been able to attack the clone or the shadow, or however you want to call Pain's thing that he leaves in the certain point before he kind of fades away. And that was really, really nice. So while the enemy still has the upper hand when it comes to kills, which is 15 versus 17 right now, I suppose we are actually doing okay-ish on the teamfight front, as you can see here. So Kilgroth moves in. There's not really that much that we can do against it, and yep. Florentino jumps and jumps and jumps and jumps and jumps. Gets a kill here. Actually quite nice. And unfortunately, as Pain has to withdraw. This team fight wasn't even good, but you can already see the results coming from the alchemy item. We have second most gold, and we've got only 2 kills out of the 16. So it really helps out a lot, and as you can see, we have finished 3 items right now. So we've got the Agony, we've got the Tome of the Reaper, we've got the Revenge, and that's basically our main setup. All stuff that comes now is basically making the build better. Now we've got the staples, and what we're gonna do now is, now we do get the Diadem to boost our damage into incredible heights. Then we're going with Staff of Nul, which is going to make everything even better, because that means we got a lot of penetration. Second Abyssal Dragon, that's really nice. And now we can start to go in and just throw spells from the backline into the enemy's faces. That's actually really nice, because Azzen'Ka got 2 really great crowd control spells. I mean, they're just too good. Unfortunately, the last spell should be some dash stuff or things like that that would make him even better. So we are taunted here. Kilgroth is taunted here, so we do get the kill on him pretty easily. And now we are in a really good situation because we've got the push coming from the wave. Violet is trying to get away because she's afraid of both Valentino and Pain. I think that's common sense. You should be careful when they arrive. And now we have the perfect window to jump away, and the tower is almost broken. So I think the attempt was actually really nice. Teamfight potential was good. I think we've got the better team. Pain is a lot better than Murad. D-Rock can be okay. She can be quite devastating in the right hands, but then his team needs to play around him. He's got pretty nice tools, pretty nice mechanism with that Mana Leech, but preventing him from being dead. But Hayate is a lot stronger than Violet. And Florentino is basically, just from a theoretical point, is better than Kilgroth because he's more versatile. And as you can see, right now we have just turned the tide. We've got 22 kills and the enemy has just 21. And we are already standing at their gates trying to connect into the tower. I need to be careful here, but I want to throw in everything that I've got. I think that ult wasn't placed in the best kind of way, but I was able to get into the minions here to get some minion damage for free and get some kills and prevent them from kind of getting in touch with our minions so that our minions can focus on getting the tower solemnly. And yeah, now it's just farming. And we just need one good situation, and if that happens, and we do get a next Abyssal Dragon, really strong, with only 2 people, I mean, that's fine, but you need to prepare for the retaliation. And as you can see, there was a lot of hustle going on up there. We've got Violet in there, we've got Murat in there, and basically what we need to do now is we need to focus on just win one team fight. And if we win one team fight, then we can just end this game. It's basically just one single tower between us and the enemy, and I had to flicker away from this because otherwise I've seen the Grukhook incoming in my visual department up here, and I was like, oh my goodness, he's just about to kill me, so I need to get off that track. So Florentino places the first kill, gets a double kill, really important stuff at this stage of the game, and they are not finished yet. Kilgroth is the last person standing. We've got a double kill on him. I tried to zone him here so that we do get the last tower. That worked perfectly fine. And the only thing that we need to do now is to get him. And I even got a last kill on him. So that's 3 kills in total. I think we had more of a sort of supportive role in this stage, which is totally fine because we brought the crowd control to the fights. We've got Mina as a really strong tank. We've got Pain, Hayate and Florentino who were able to just use this kind of situation in the very best way. 8.4, so I was 3rd best player with Florentino. Damage was actually good. Participation was really nice. And 19.6% taken. That's fine as well. So I think overall Azzen'Ka was okay-ish, but he is of course still not one of the crazy meta mages right now. But it was fun to play, and yeah, that will be like that for the next 9 months because that's how long you are not going to see him, I guess. Too many heroes in the game right now. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. I wish you a pleasant evening and see ya. Bye bye.